What is up? This is Chad with Cover Your Pergola, and today we're going to show you guys how to install a SkyLift Roof Riser. Why is it that people are asking for SkyLift Roof Risers, right? We're out here on this job today. It's the first reason. It eliminates the need for posts, right? When you attach it with a SkyLift Roof Riser, you don't have a post. Like, there would be a post right there over the window, and then on this side of our job, we would have a post like right next to the door. That is not what we want. We want maximum amount of room underneath the pergola because we want to be able to put furniture, we want to be able to put sofas, televisions, chairs, all those types of things. And so the second reason is it lets through a lot of natural light, you know, because it is not screwed straight into the shingles, straight into the plywood, if you will, which a lot of people do. They're just gonna screw, they're gonna nail it right in there. This is gonna lift it up, and so it's gonna allow for natural light to come through. That is what you want. You know, you want as much natural light coming through to your patio. You don't want it dark and dingy. And so, you know, that's number two. Number three, it's pretty obvious, is that, you know, it just looks a lot better. This is like builder's grade material, these SkyLifts. Like, these are heavy duty, right? It's not the cheap way of going about doing it. So it looks good. So let's go up top and let's show you guys exactly how to install a SkyLift Roof Riser. So we're up on the roof and we're installing the SkyLift Roof Riser. Step one, we gotta remove the shingles, okay? So the shingles gotta go, we get rid of the shingles, and then after we get rid of the shingles, we've gotta find the top plate of the interior wall. We've gotta cut into the plywood that's underneath the shingles. Well, how are you gonna find out where the top plate of the interior wall is? Houses are built with 2x4s, right? They're built with pine. And these walls of these houses are 16 on center, 2x4 pine, and there's gonna be 2x4s, two 2x4s on top of that. That is the top plate of the interior wall, okay? And so when you're looking to cut into the plywood and find the top plate of the interior wall, you just look at the wall of the house and you're like, okay, here's the brick. I'm gonna come up about, you know, what, 5-10 inches of wherever I am, and I'm gonna cut into the plywood. And so you're gonna cut straight into the plywood, and basically you just have to cut in and find the top plate of that interior wall. Like, that's really what you gotta do. You're gauging it, there's no expert way of going about doing it. You find the top plate of the interior wall, and then you're gonna use 3-inch bolts, and you're gonna screw the SkyLift into the top plate of that interior wall there. The SkyLift has, they have holes for 8 bolts, and so we're gonna use all 8 of the bolts, and we're gonna screw this sucker in, and it's weighted to like 2,500 pounds, so this thing is gonna be super strong for the header eventually that's going to come. So the next step, after we get the SkyLift mounted to the top plate of the interior wall, next, what do? Well, we've got to put the flashing back on, right? We want it to look good, we want it to look sexy, and SkyLift provides a great flashing for the top. So, I mean, look, this flashing looks incredible right here. And so we're gonna add the flashing on top of that, but we're not done yet. So once we add the flashing on top of the SkyLift, then what we've got to do is we've got to put the shingles back onto the roof, right? We removed the shingles so that we could get into the plywood and so we could find the top plate of the interior wall, but we've got to put them back. So we're gonna remeasure, and we're gonna basically cut a little 5-inch by 9-inch little slot right back up in there so we can basically add the exact same shingle, just has enough room for basically the SkyLift and the flashing to rest on. So just a little bit of a cutout right there. We're gonna put that in there, and then we're gonna silicone underneath those shingles so that they're just like new. After that, then we're gonna go in and we're gonna add the Use saddle. So there's a 4-inch Use saddle. That's where we're gonna put our big 4x12 headers or 4x8 headers. And then we're gonna put that big 4-inch Use saddle, and then we're gonna put the bolt in. We're gonna go do the exact same thing on the other side, depending on how many SkyLifts you need for the job. This job in particular, we only need 2 because this is going to be a 16-foot wide pergola, so we only need 2 SkyLifts. Usually you're gonna put a SkyLift every 8 to 10 foot. It's really where we kind of gauge it. Every project's gonna be completely different, but we're gonna go from this one, we're just gonna duplicate the exact same thing for the next SkyLift and rinse and repeat if you need 3, if you need 4, whatever amount you need. we have both skylifts installed and installed properly to the top plate of the interior wall, now we're gonna go up there and we're gonna drop in our 4x12 header. So the skylifts come with a 4-inch U saddle, and this is perfect for 4x8 or 4x12 headers. And so for this job, we've got a 4x8, 4x12 header by 18 foot long. So we're gonna go drop this right up on top and we'll show you how. Okay, so now we have our 4x12 by 18 foot long header installed into the skylifts. Look at that baby right there. That is freaking sexy. I mean, that looks dope, right? Like, look at the way it sets up off the roof. Look the way it's tied in, right? These people are putting it up against the shingles, up into the plywood. It looks broke, and that is not broke. That is sexy as hell. So next, we've got our posts, 8x8 posts. We got 2 of those. Those have been installed. So that's going in next, and then you just build your pergola as normal, right? Traditional style, modern style, whatever way you want to go. So we're gonna go through that, and we're gonna finish up with our sky poly on top, and we're gonna show you the completed product at the very end. Let's go, baby. All right, guys, so we are complete. We're finished with this pergola in Dallas that we did the SkyLift Roof Risers on, the Sky Poly's on top, the roof's on top, so we're done. And that is how we do it. That's how you install SkyLift Roof Risers. If you have any questions, please just DM us, just text us, get a hold of us anywhere on social. We got you. We want to show you through the process and how to install these things properly, and we'll get it shipped out to you because we're a big national distributor to these babies. So we love the skylifts. That's how you do it. And let's rock and roll, baby.